Now, I get the privilege of announcing this year's John van Hengel Fellow. With another competitive pool of candidates this year, selecting one fellow was not easy, but in the end, there was no doubt that this year's honoree is deserving of this recognition. The 2025 John van Hengel Fellow started as an agency relations coordinator and has dedicated nearly 30 years to food banking. Over their tenure as president and CEO, they have established a deep connection to neighbors and the community, along with building strong relationships with corporate, foundation, and government partners to expand the food bank's reach. They understand that strong, resilient community partnerships are crucial in addressing hunger and its root causes. They are a hands-on, visible leader who is intentional about engaging with neighbors. They regularly volunteer at partner agency locations and food bank-led programs. In addition, they have cultivated a culture where staff are encouraged to treat each other and volunteers with kindness and respect. They were an early adopter of elevating neighbor voices. They personally conducted numerous hunger study interviews and agency visits. To better center neighbor voice and perspective in decision-making, they have also gone door to door to speak with neighbors, hosted community cookouts, and engaged neighbors through numerous focus groups. Their collaborative approach has made them a standout fundraiser, growing annual fundraising from $1.5 million to more than $10 million annually. They are always ready to roll up their sleeves and jump into the daily operations of food banking, especially during critical moments of need. Recognizing the importance of innovation, they championed the early adoption of an online ordering platform for food banks and helped launch models like Order Ahead to improve accessibility. A passionate advocate, they've been a key voice for food assistance policies at both state and federal levels. They served as chair of their state association, chair of the board for 5 years, playing a major role in shaping food funding across the state. They've also been an engaged leader within the Feeding America Network, contributing to advancing critical national conversations, including serving on the Adequacy of Service Subcommittee of the Contract Task Force and serving as a leader on the inaugural Relationship Integrity Committee. The 2025 Fellow leads by example with action and commitment, not just words. Their impact has shaped the success of their food bank and will continue to inspire others for years to come. Join me in the John van Hengel Selection Committee in congratulating the 2025 John van Hengel Fellow, Dan Flowers.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, it's a surprise. I am dressed, certainly is evidence of that. So what do we say in moments like this in our lives? What can you say at any moment when something emerges that sort of brings together so much life energy and represents so much purpose? I had a chance to meet John van Hengel in Baltimore. He was in a wheelchair at the time, and Bill Ewing was pushing him around the hotel. And I felt in the moment that I had stepped into some divine bubble. Now, I've told this story 10,000 times. And I've always gone back to, at the end of that story, what it tells us about the purpose in life that can go beyond where we thought we were at any given time. I mean, he was retired when he got into the business of food banking, and he went on to build what has now become the biggest nonprofit charitable organization in the country and maybe even in the world. And so there's always hope for us at every stage in life, and I have to say, me standing here right now is definitely an indication that there is hope, Mom. There is hope, Mom. But I do know when I was in my 20s, I had met my dad for dinner one night. And I was struggling around, giving guitar lessons, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life. And I don't know, maybe he knew when we were getting together that night that I was kind of struggling. And at one point, he pulled a copy of The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren and slid it across the table. And although I read that book several times, I'm still stuck on the first sentence, that it's not about you. And so I took that book home and I started thinking about what might be a mission statement for my life, and I came up with a simple one, which is just to try to be a positive influence in the lives of other people. And I know I've fallen short in that in some ways, but I've always tried to stick to that. And so to have any affirmation at all that maybe I've been able to do some of that is tremendously humbling to me. So I want to thank you, recognize my beautiful staff that's been here, and let you know that I'll live the rest of my life trying to be worthy of this great, great distinction. And I will be here a year from now to put one on you, brothers and sisters. Enjoy the rest of your conference. I love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations again, Dan. We hope you take in all the appreciation expressed here for your many contributions to the network. And somebody tell him when lunch is over to come up for pictures, please. He's too busy getting hugs.